it's a high quality ceramic bearing, but it's also suspended in a Chinese race. So you got a great,
where?
A lot of the aftermarket ceramic bearings. So you got a high end, round, pretty round bearing, but then you have the race. It's not so nice. So it's not a system. And then this company, I can't tell you the Swiss company we buy these from, but just our basic bearing is incredible. ABEC quality is amazing. Now, in addition to all that, we offer for ZTech, we offer a ceramic bearing. And Jeff was asking me, you know, it's a super expensive wheel. If you ever get on our website and look, it's a lot of fun to put together a set of wheels. We call out hoops every day. We make these hoops in Indianapolis. The product comes to us from California refrigerated, and we're not allowed to keep the product and form it. Once it gets to room temperature, like after 48 hours, we have to throw the product away. That's how sensitive this stuff is. So we form this up and work with it while it's cold. So, yes, there's going to be, from time to time, a little inconsistency in hoop weight. So we cull out our lightest weight rims and use it for ZTech. Not that the ones that come to your store are heavier, but I'm just saying, you know, there may be a ZTech hub or rim, excuse me, a rim will be a little lighter than what you'll see in production. Not that production's heavy. But so again, you're getting a little lighter a rim. You got an option to get, you know, a ceramic bearing, and you know, there's about 8 different anodized colors. Excuse me, in the races, or excuse me, in the covers, dust covers.
So you trick them out really nice.
And you can get different spoke nipple colors.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah. And the guy that builds the wheels essentially is the same guy that Nick is building the wheels for Slipstream for Saxo Bank.
Same person?
Yeah. Yeah, he's our master wheel builder.
Dude.
So like overwhelmed, or is he like?
Well, certain times of the year, yes, because he's got to travel, which he calls babysitting. He's got to go out and babysit the teams. That's the term he uses. Because I know it's real high maintenance.
Good hiring. I can build wheels.
So,
I can learn.
Call our Indianapolis office. You never know, but while he's gone, they may need a guy to sit in. But you know, our service center's open all the time, and we have other guys to help Nick out. But they really, I mean, take pride in their. The amount of teams they work with, it's amazing. I think this year we've got even some of the high road guys riding our product.
You got to figure out your pro
triathletes. Yeah, and that's just Zipp, because
that's just another long list.
Cross team lines with Felt and with Zipp.
Yeah, I mean,
you got
Slipstream, you got high road, you got a little bit of high road, you got Saxo Bank, you got the Cervelo test team.
Saxo going to ride Zipp this year, or are they forced to ride those revolves?
Well, some of the guys are riding revolves.
I think Quickstep is revolve, and I think Saxo will do.
Saxo's, most of the Saxo guys are riding.
Was that Fabian that said the 1080's the new 404?
Yeah, the 808's the new 404.
The 808's.
That guy's an amazing bike handler, man.
He won the prologue in the Tour of California, and then he got a freaking virus.
Yeah, he's amazing. But so yeah, Zipp, we've, you know, again, the spokes come from Belgium. They're Sapim, and then everything's essentially made in the States. The hubs are made in Martinsville, just outside of Indianapolis. The machine that builds those is basically like a pharmaceutical manufacturing machine. They're about $5 million.
So how much weight did we shave from a 404 set, an 08 to a 404 set?
We really didn't. We shaved some weight.
Got it smooth.
We added the hub integrity is a little bit better. There's a little bit heavier hub because it's stronger. And then, but the spokes, we use less spokes. To answer your question, Jeff, it's negligible. It was all a wash.
It's just the new technology. Does this have a different flange diameter with the bearings and
that's a good question. The hub did change. It may be slightly wider.
Is it 17 millimeter as well, or is it
yes,
just
it is.
1980s?
It is.
All their axles have a larger diameter, and they have the 4 bearings.
That's correct.
Even the flash points, or the flash points, same technology?
I think the flash points stayed the same. The only thing that's going to change the flash points is going to turn into a SRAM wheel. Essentially, just put the SRAM decals.
Yeah, I do have a pair of flash points that'll be coming. We're just waiting for them to finish their big OEM shipment.
Well, and what's happening with flash point fellas is
but they're 1500, 1450 wheels.
We're building, and this is something we didn't talk about and touch on briefly. We didn't. We didn't. First of all, the flashpoint didn't change. It went to a SRAM wheel, so there's been a lot of demand for SRAM wheel, so we're really catching up.
That's what it is.
Well, it's a combination of OEM, a combination of what we're doing with the SRAM wheel. In addition to that, it's the same technology as what you're seeing right here. The thing that you need to know, and I didn't touch on, is our wheels, in fact, they're elliptical. It makes them very fast. But also, you'll notice we suspend the spokes in carbon.
The dimples too.
And we didn't talk about dimples either. But if you look at a wheel like some of our competitors that essentially suspend a wheel in aluminum and they used to use carbon fairing.
What do you mean you suspend it in carbon? You mean the spokes are held by a carbon cleat or
All around, this is all carbon. Where Bontrager, Mavic, and a lot of their wheels, this is
held
all
in the alloy.
There's an alloy inside, then it's just a fairing on the outside. And the fairing's flat. It has no aerodynamic.
It's just a carbon cleat. It's not a carbon rim.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's suspended in aluminum. So you're getting the same ride as an aluminum wheel set, actually.
Yeah, this one you could actually crush with your. If you were to.
And what's nice is the wheel is very compliant from top to bottom. So a Zipp,
It's got some give to it. It's not as
you go from
a little more forgiving than an alloy deep dish.
Yeah, and you go, Jeff. You go from smooth
that's
to chip and
huge.
seal. It amazes you how comfortable the wheels
Like
are.
my boards are full carbon, but they're pretty stiffly.
Well, and ours
they're
are
fast and light, but
Yep.
they're freaking not very forgiving.
Well, and ours are too, though. I mean, ours aren't super new. They're very stiff. I mean, we have some issues with a lot of bikes, like Surveillance, for instance, that flex so bad.
They flex too
and
much
the chain
for the
stays.
sprinters.
The wheels, people go, this wheel's flexing. No, the wheel's not flexing. It's the bike that's flexing.
Yeah, it's always the bike. I usually.
I mean, Bora's not going to flex.
Sometimes,
It's-
well, not always. I'm wrong. Sometimes on these low-end OEM wheels on a Roubaix, a guy can be test riding it, and you can tweak the bike enough that you can make the wheels flex a little bit, and the frame and the wheels both flex. Yeah, this.
Yeah, as a system, you're right. You
This
can.
is pretty. Yeah.
This is pretty.
They're so strong. They're not going to flex too much.
Well, I think too is what we talked about with the diameter of the flange and the white width increasing. Everything just becomes a lot more durable and a lot stronger.
So that flash point, the biggest difference in that flash point in this is
The dimple surface on
it just
it.
doesn't have the dimple surface.
And then the hubs come from actually some Japan. They're not a China, really nice quality hub. Japanese bearings with either Taiwanese hub with Japanese bearings, but it's not a Chinese hub and Chinese bearings. It's a good hub.
But this one.
It's just essentially the same technology, no dimples.
1350, and these are.
And you know what's interesting? I got on a United flight a couple months ago.
Don't
And
feel how smooth these are.
I looked out the window on this airplane on the United. They got this little these little commuter jets, and I looked out on the wing, and all of the wings airplane on the leading surface area, more so than on the trailing edge. Ours are dimpled throughout because the wheel. It's a different system, but it operates when the wind adheres. It gives it lift. The Sub 9, which is the only true disc that has negative drag, where on a graph you look at drag on over time or speed, wind velocity, or whatever, pedaling. There's a point in that curve where you have no drag. You have negative drag, which is lift.
Right. A sheet that tells you on a 40K, same wattage, same wind, and same curve,
Same yaw.
rider, everything. Where you go from like a 404 and a 1080, and
Yes.
then a regular
Yes.
Mavic wheel or something that
Yes.
shows how much time you can save with the or how
Yes.
much energy if any time.
No, it's tons. It's
Is there-
Jeff. It's staggering.
Email me something where I can give somebody
Yep.
say, look this.
That brings up a good question. You look at our CSC wheel set, our training wheel set. You take that wheel and compare it to an Arcis or a Cerium SL.